Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Thank you so much for joining us. We're back in the workshop and we're starting with good and bad news. Good news is Brother Dan is finally available. I've been waiting for a long time for him to be free enough to have some time to come back to the workshop, have a look at the electrics on the Triumph, on the Tiger, because since we rebuilt it, that mammoth effort to rebuild the bike, I've never actually been able to use it properly because there's some problem with the ignition or the wiring or something. It seems to be losing its spark intermittently. Brother Dan thinks that maybe there's a loose connection somewhere, so we need to strip it all back and have a proper look and see what's going on. But he's free, he's available, and he's literally on the way to the workshop now. That is the good news. So hopefully in this episode we are going to get the Tiger taken apart, have a look at it all, give it a once over and get it hopefully working. That would be amazing because summer is running away and I'm desperate to get out on these sunny days to go for a ride on this bike. After so much work of trying to restore it, I want to actually be able to use it. The bad news is, this is quite bad, Camera Dan is not available to edit this video. So if some of you are new to the channel, you've not met Camera Dan, he edits all of the videos for me and does a fantastic job of it. He's always done that for me from day one, but he's not available to do it. He's off enjoying himself, having a break, which is not good. So I had two options. Number one, skip a week. Don't put a video out, leave it and miss a week and we'll just pick it up again next week. But we have not missed a video. We've put a video out every Sunday, 5 PM for the last, what has it been, nearly 3 years now, and we have not missed a Sunday. Christmas, bank holidays, we've done it the whole time. And I don't want to stop doing that now. So the solution I've come up with is I've come to the workshop today. I'm going to film this with Brother Dan. I'm going to buy the program that I need to edit the videos, learn to edit the video, try and piece this together myself tomorrow to then hopefully it'll be ready in time for Sunday. So it's Friday now. I've just got back from Making It Market, filming for the last week, filming that. We're going to try and get this bike done today. I'll spend tomorrow trying to use Premiere Pro, whatever the program's called, which I don't even have yet. And then hopefully it'll be ready to go out Sunday. So please bear with me if some of the editing and the chopping around is not quite up to scratch. There probably won't be any nice music sort of woven in between because I don't think I'm going to know how to do that. It's going to be a bit rough and ready, but bear with me. I'm trying my best and hopefully I'll get there. This is going to be a very steep learning curve, but I'm up for the challenge. We should be okay. Just bear with me. All right, I need to have a bit of a tidy up and get the Tiger out and get it in the middle of the workshop because Brother Dan is on the way and hopefully we can get this bike running. Finally, let's get into it. So from memory and from my limited knowledge, it was something to do with the brake light or the headlight. I think when the headlight wasn't in, the ignition, then it worked, but then as soon as you put the headlight in, if you took the bulb out, it didn't work. So I think this ignition has got some sort of voltage cut off. So if the voltage drops below a certain point, it cuts off. And I think the headlight was pulling too much power, so it was, I don't know, I think something along that, I seem to remember something along those lines. But then we got the brake light working, which then fixed it, but then I really can't remember exactly what was going on, but I seem to remember there was some issue with the headlight or the brake light, or both, that was stopping the bike running. So I guess we just need to try. I'll lay everything out on the bench. When Brother Dan gets here, he can get his meter out and his wires, and we'll have a look and try and figure out what is going on with this ignition system on the bike, because we've done something wrong somewhere. This is something else that I haven't filmed, but that's happened. I've got rid of the original carb, modified the inlet manifold, and fitted a nice Del Auto brand new carburetor, which hopefully should help things. Okay, brother Dan has turned up now, he's here. Straight to work. So far, it's not looking great. Just trying to find the problem at the moment.
I'm getting to the copper there. So if you kick it, I'll hold this. Which one was it? This one? Definitely messed up myself.
We've put the tank back on. I borrowed a booster jump pack from the MOT garage next door, which I'm amazed actually how small it is. Look. This tiny little thing apparently will start a big diesel van. It's impressive. So we're going to use that to try and start it, because the way we've wired this up, it doesn't have a battery. And I think that might be the problem. We're blaming the alternator. So we're going to try and use that to get it running, to see if we can measure the alternator to make sure that's actually making power, because it doesn't seem like it's making enough power at the moment. What is going on? Why are the electrics being such a pain? It's always the electrics, the one thing that I'm not very good at and I don't understand. It's so difficult because you can't see what's wrong. There's no obvious like wire disconnected. It's just something's going on inside there. I don't know. Right. Should we go for it? Kind of need to punch you in the head though.
Hold up, this one hasn't turned on. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, as soon as you...
Let it...
Doesn't tick over. Still not perfectly happy.
Is that just the body carb?
Yeah, it's very rich.
It's
black smoke coming out of it.
It's charging nice. There's power there. When it's running.
So it is charging?
Yeah. 13.8 volts.
Leaking oil perfectly.
That means it's all in it.
Yeah, just as it should. Right.
Good to week.
I think maybe we're going to flood it.
Well, as you can tell by the cloud of smoke in here, it runs. It was working. First of all, started it from the battery booster pack, which gave it the kind of spring to life. And then the last few times I was kicking it over just with no battery as it is, and it started. It is running very rich still. A few of you have commented saying that, so thank you. That is noted. I'm going to try and lift the needle up in the... or push it down. What would you do? Lift it up or push it down? Push it down. I don't know. I'll read the books. All we've done, the only difference really we've made is changing the... We're just wiggling around a couple of connectors. Dan's having a rummage underneath. There's nothing drastically wrong. I think it's just a few little bits that were maybe loose and not quite doing their job. But it's, what was it? 14 and something volts.
13.8 charge.
13.8, 14 nearly volts. Once it from the alternator, so I think that's okay. It seems to be all right. Maybe I'm just too wimpy and I can't kickstart it. I'm not heavy enough to I'm not heavy enough to kick it over. I don't know. All right, we're then going to tidy up some wires underneath, and we'll let the smoke clear and see where we are.
We're not blaming you, it's okay.
Must be some cowboy done this.
That's why I'll take the blame for that. Oh no, blame John again. John must have put that one on. Yeah?
Or didn't put it on.
Or didn't, yeah, exactly. The clip was there, just...
Not clipping anything.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You're supposed to go the other way around. Because it's going to hit. Yeah. Great.
Perfect.
It's stuck on there.
Well done, John. Thanks a lot, John.
Because I've got this Del Auto carb on it, it's jetted for this size engine, but I think it was obviously running very rich. There's smoke coming out the back and it just sounds very lumpy and horrible. So we've lowered the needle. Did we lower it or raise it?
Lowered it.
Lowered it. We lowered the needle inside, which should lean it out a little bit, because look at that plug is black, which is sooty, which would indicate it's running a bit rich. So clean the spark plugs up, have another go, hopefully it will start a bit easier. Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, don't let it stop! Oh.
I feel like it just cut ignition for a second then.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to wheel the bike outside, because we've bolted it all back together, put the seat back on, put the tank back on. I'm going to wheel it outside and see if I can actually ride it, because it's the only way to tell if things are actually working. We're starting to mess around with the adjustment on the carb, the mixture, and kind of need to run it up and down. It seems to be starting better. I'm not sure what it was really. We haven't found one sort of smoking gun exactly. It's just been checking wires, checking connections. I've redone the connections on the end of the HT leads and put right angle ones on. Maybe that's helped a bit, because they were hitting on the tank and kind of pulling them out. But let's wheel it outside and see what happens. Whilst I've got the bike outside, this gives me a good idea. So I've bought something new. I've got the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Let me grab them, I'll show you. These glasses have got little cameras in. I know that they don't really suit me, but we'll skim over that. That's fine. It's mainly so that I can film a POV of whatever I'm doing. This is for you guys. I thought you'd appreciate it. This is the perfect excuse to try them on for the first time whilst riding the bike. And you can capture a shot as I can see. Who knows how it's going to work. I think it's only portrait, so you'll have to excuse the crop, but I cut these, won't go landscape for who knows how, I don't know why. But let's see how it goes. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you fancy more footage with the glasses of what I'm actually doing at the workbench or whilst I'm working on stuff, I can film it all with these. The quality is not as good as the main camera, but what would you rather? Detail shots with these, or nicer shots with a big camera? I don't know, do they suit me? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure I can quite pull these off, but who knows. Right, let's jump on the bike, see if we can get it running, and see what it looks like with these glasses. Dang. Well, there we go. That's it. Something went wrong. You can see in that last clip, it sort of stumbled on when I was going up. It misfired a couple of times. Then as I came around, it just instantly just cut out. Whether that's the ignition or
What do you think, Dan? Don't know.
Something overheating maybe?
Something getting hot. It was running perfectly fine, ticking over fine, and then all of a sudden it just cut out, and now it won't start again. So I don't know what that is. Something intermittent in there. Right, God, I'm exhausted. My right knee is going to be painful tomorrow. I am admitting defeat again. Dan's just putting the kill switch on. I really thought we'd figured it out. We thought it was the kill switch which sort of earths it out, grounds it. We thought that was vibrating or something and touching and shorting it out. It's kind of, that's what's happening. It's almost like it's just the ignition's just getting cut and it's stalling, but it's not that. We took that switch off and insulated the wire, and it's still cut out. So we've established that the alternator's working. We've got 12 volts coming out. It's making power. The lights are on. There's power going to the lights. So it's something to do with, I think it's something to do with the ignition. Maybe the magnets not. How did you explain it, Dan? Hang on.
Yeah, you might not be getting the trigger.
So the box,
There's 12 volts to the
magic
ignition module.
12 volt. There is 12 volts going to the ignition module.
It's just not following the
But it's not sending out the right signal. It's not sending the actual current out.
So
Well, it is, but then sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Maybe it's not detecting the position.
So it could be the magnets on the pickup where the points used to be is not registering there, or there's something wrong in the box.
Into the coil maybe, or the box itself. Yeah.
Don't know, but it sucks. It's very depressing because it's a nice sunny day and I'd love to be going for a ride on it. If anyone that's fitted one of these ignitions on an old bike, Boyer Branson ignition, that's had any trouble like this, get in touch, send me a message, let me know. We need some help. We are completely stuck now. Because when it's running really nicely, but then it just all of a sudden completely randomly cuts out. None of the wires have been pinched, none of the wires are caught and bare, so they're not going to earth. It's all new. Just something is randomly shorting out every now and then, or the signal's not getting there. I don't really know what's going on. But give us a hand. Bit of a sad end to the video, but we're still not there. The troublesome Triumph is still fighting us. Maybe we will get it finished before the end of summer, I don't know. But for now, I'm going to have to put it back together, wheel it back in the workshop, and wait for another free day before we can actually play with it again and actually get to enjoy it. Hopefully we'll get to enjoy it before the summer finishes. It's so frustrating. I hate electrics. It's so annoying. Oh well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your comments about my substandard editing skills. I look forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Dan, say bye.
See ya.